So what is going on, guys? It's me back at it again with another video, and I've uploaded the Mastemon video, and I was very surprised that I did very well, to be honest. And yeah, it was a very fun video for me to make, and thank you guys so much for the support. And you guys have been requesting for a deck profile for this deck, so yeah, it's gonna be a very short one. I'm not gonna waste your guys' time too much, and yeah, let's get right into it. So these are what I run for Tamas, and these are for rookies. And these are for champions. These are for the ultimates. Yes, the ratio is going to be very weird for the ultimates, but I'll explain throughout the video. And yeah, these are the ultimates that I run in the deck. And these are the megas. And the level 7 or super ultimates. These are the options. And last but not least, the tamers. So here you go. This is my deck list for BT9/BT10 meta, and there's probably gonna be a lot of questions here, but I'll try to address some. As you guys probably wonder, where the hell is DIGIMON? Where the hell is this girl? So DIGIMON is a very good card, but I just don't think it's necessary for my deck, because this deck, its main goal is for me to go into Mastemon within turn 3 or turn 2 if I can. And DIGIMON is a very good card. It's a very situational card, and if you evil on top of it, it doesn't really have any. It doesn't benefit you in any way. The only way you get benefits from DIGIMON is if you slap it down when you have one less security. But the odds of that happening in this deck is very low, because you have so many cards that could just bomb your opponent's Digimon, such as Chaos Degradation and Flame Hell Scythe. I mean, Flame Hell Scythe isn't as effective as Chaos Degradation, and I would rather just run more off Animons. I tried running 2 of Animons and 1 DIGIMON, but when I tried playtesting it, I figured out I want to be seeing off Animons more often for that extra recovery. Just by having yellow Digimon in the source is really nice. And the other consideration could probably be why I'm not running any Reinforced Memory Boost. A Reinforced Memory Boost is a very good card. Like, I'm not gonna bullshit here and say it's a bad card. It's a really good card, but the only problem that I have with Reinforced Memory Boost is that it's too slow. Especially if you're going against decks that OTK, because of the way how fast this format's going. You need cards that could just either like potentially bomb their OTK combos, or unless if a delicate plan your ass, so it's not gonna work. But if your opponent doesn't draw into any ADPs or doesn't have any red cards to activate it, then Chaos Degradation and Flame Hell Scythe are the best removals. I only run 2 of Flame Hell Scythe though, because running at 4, always seeing it in my hand, it's not really something that I would want. I would rather see more of my ultimates, more of my Digimons, than Flame Hell Scythe. Yes, I understand people would be like, oh, you can just use Flame Hell Scythe and then bring it back up. But the problem is that, what if you don't have the color requirements for it, right? Like, you're not. I'm not gonna be hatching the egg all the time. I'm not gonna be having Hikari all the time. What if I can't use the option card at all? I'd rather have more ultimates on the board than just having more Flame Hell Scythes, if I'm being honest. I mean, it's a very good effect, and it can on-play a 6k or less ultimate, which, except for the BT3 late Digimons, every single one of them's 6k DP. So yeah, it's a very good card, but I just prefer having more Digimons. I used to only run 2 of Chaos Degradation with Grandis, Quagamon, Alphamon, just fucking around the meta. It's better if you run 3 or more if you can. I would say at most run at 3, but I've seen people run a 4, which isn't really a problem, but I prefer running something like a Purple Memory Boost to be able to just search me pieces that I need within a turn. And I only run 1 copy of Call from Darkness to just fetch me any Digimons, Purple Digimons from my trash, including Mastemon, anything that's it really depends on the situation. But to be honest, I only run 1, because 1 is probably more than enough in this deck. And yeah, I like having like a set amount of ultimates, and the ratios I like to make them equal, because I used to run 4 of this late Digimons, but I've noticed that the starter that late Digimons inherits really good. It gives all of your Digimon's vengeance is actually really good. If your opponent overcommits and they aren't aware of the inherit skill, you could potentially have this Salamon in the Raising Air, just bring it out and swing at it, and they both die, which is a very nice skill. Just these 2 late Digimons filter your hand, helps you search for pieces that you need. And the reason why I love running more of ultimates is because of the freedom of just ditching whatever you want. And I only run 2 of Holy Angemons and Lucimons fall down mode, it's because that's the only thing you need. If I'm being honest, you don't need defeats. Don't invest in defeats at all in this deck. Yes, defeats are very good, but you have to literally high roll them into the security. Like, bruh, you have to literally pray for them to be in the security, which is still great. It pops to level 7, that's cool. But what if your Mastemon on the board, right? Yeah, of course it can kill Digimon, but that's about it. I prefer having something that I can control within that turn or within my turn, and rather than just relying on luck, I would like to have everything, you know, set up or calculated for me to you know, for me to fuck around my opponent's board. And yeah, for tamers, Hikari, very nice tamer, just gains a memory if I recover something by resting it. And this deck kind of plays around Ordinamon as well. It's not really a star of the deck, but in some cases where it actually comes in very handy, because Ordinamon recovers 1 security for every Digimon it kills, so this was really nice. And its deletion skills, alright. It's alright. It just mills security and all plays itself. If you have a Mastemon on the board and you use that skill, it can kill a level 7 or less, which is decent. For the rookies, these are the only rookies that I would really like running. I wanted to run like Gazimons and stuff, Gazimons and Cyclomons, but Gazimons are good. They're really good, to be honest. But I would rather have Salamons for that extra search, just in case we just don't have any thing that I can work with, because having like a little bit of search is better than having none at all. This deck, if you don't like, especially for Mastemon, if you don't have the starter Tailwon, it's very difficult for you to move. Like, and that's a fact that all of us subjects, all Mastemon players have to accept. Like, every time when I play this game, I pray that I at least have one of this motherfucker in my hand. And yeah, Meikumon, this on play from security. This Tailmon is just the MVP. It's a star of the deck, honestly. I mean, without this Digimon, this deck becomes ultimate shithole. Like, of course you can on play these ultimates and pray for them to survive, but if I'm truly being honest, Tailmon is literally the link of this deck. If you don't draw into any Tailmons, then you basically lose. That's why you gotta run more cards. That's why I run more cards like Salamon and Purple Memory Boost for me to search for Tailmons, so that it guarantee goes in my hand. And even if I evo it for 3 in the security in the raising area, I can bring it out and I can evo into late Devimons, or worst case scenarios. Yeah, worst case scenarios I have to evo into one of these for 1. But I'll still have an ultimate on the board, and I can just slap down any ultimates that's the opposite color of the, yeah, you guys know what I mean. And last but not least, I forgot to mention about Crackmons. Yes, it's in the name, the card's cracked. Its on-play skill and evo skill is discard a card from your hand, and if you discard a purple card, it kills a level 3 or less, and if you discarded a yellow, it minuses 3k. And yes, this effect works if you discarded both cards that possesses both colors. Yeah, Meikumon and Crackmon, I mainly run those 2 cards. The main run these 2 cards is because for the inherit skill to just gain 2 memory if it gets deleted. If it has 2 colors, I mean, this deck, the whole deck is just 2 colors, man. So it doesn't matter. That's basically like a non-requirement at all. Oh, I forgot to talk about the Gatomons. The Gatomons, or the Black Tailmons, they're just there just in case if my opponent has, just in case if I need that extra attack to finish the game, to use Flame Hellside to on play it from trash, or if I have 5 memory somehow, I just on play from my hand and just swing for game. And yeah, that's pretty much it for my deck profile or my deck showcase, as I can call it. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll upload more gameplay related videos very soon, and I'll see you guys very soon. Take care and see y'all.